Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Guess what? Today is the day. West Indies versus Australia. Yes, my people. The third and final test gets underway later on today. I'm going to be spending the time reminding you of my playing 11 and batting order. If you didn't get a chance to give your playing 11, the comment section is free. You can go ahead and let me know your playing 11 right there. We're also going to be taking a look at former West Indies player Carl Hooper. Just identifying some areas that we need to improve on. He also identified some stuff that we did in the last two games that we definitely need to step away from. According to Carl Hooper, the first and the second game, based on how we batted, you could say that, those were total surrender. It's like we totally surrendered in those games. So I am taking this from the Sportsmax website. Let's just talk Carl Hooper, and then I'll go into my playing 11 and batting order. So this is Carl Hooper. The concerning thing is to be rolled over in 33 overs in Barbados and then 34 overs in Grenada. He said that I think that's disappointing. It's not only disappointing, but I'm looking at the body language and the manner in which we are being rolled over. I mean, it's total surrender. I try to remain optimistic, but when you see stuff like that, you typically wonder, where the hell are we going? I think that was very, very poor, right? End quote for now. Talking about those two games. Remember, Hooper recently worked with the West Indies unit as a batting coach. He's no longer there. Floyd Reefer is our batting coach, right? So Hooper went on to say, when we left out the vice captain, Jamel Warrican, I thought they would have brought in a batter like Tevin Imlach to bolster things. The last time I was on, I suggested She-Hope go up to number 4 to give him some more responsibility, but that didn't happen. End quote for now. Right? And for those who will lead with the line that it's because he's from here why he wants Imlach to play, I am not from there, and I had said that Imlach should have played the game even before the first ball was bowled. That, I don't know how they couldn't see that, we did need extra pace. We needed somebody else to go and bat. Not saying we would have won the game, but it was clear as day that, we needed guys to help to steward the and bat, not necessarily a man to come and bowl another 10 or 15 overs. You understand? We needed batsmen out there. So that is what. He went on to say, between Chase and Phillip, they bowled 24 overs in the match. But the problem is with our batting. Yes, you have to take 20 wickets, but for God's sake, you have to score some runs too. There's a saying that 6 batsmen don't work and 7th won't either. but brother, we have got to try and get every single run. End quote. And I 100% agree, my people. Obviously, if the top 6 don't get it right, it's highly unlikely that a man batting at 7 will come and really, do much better. But this is where our cricket is at. I said it before. It's just where we're at. We have to be looking for people that they can call specialist batsmen to bat at number 7, just to extend the batting. You understand? And I still can't get over the fact that they haven't lost the first game so badly based on the batting. They went into the second game and decided to go for another pacer. And they're behaving as if we bowl out Australia for 25, we're going to make 20. So you better get another batsman man, and make Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals, Justin Greaves, and Alzari Joseph, along with Rastan Chase, worry about the bowling and get an extra batsman. It's not rocket science, man. Hooper went on to say, and I quote, King played wonderfully well. It shows that if you apply yourself, you can score runs, right? He went on to say, I was really rooting for him, talking about Craig Brathwaite now. I was really rooting for him to get some runs, right? Even 50 in that second game. I want to play him in Jamaica because there are not many other options. So I would say, brother, I will give you the Jamaica test and then we sit down and have a chat. And maybe that's it after Jamaica. I think he deserves that respect. I can understand a man playing 100 tests and you want him to say that, listen, this is it, and give a man a respect. But that conversation they could have had that conversation coming out of the first test and, allow him to play the second test knowing that that conversation would have already taken place. But as Carl Hooper is saying, it's not a lot of experienced, established players batting in the top order. So that is why they keep on having to go with Brathwaite. But it looks so bad because, he's under a lot of pressure. He's no longer the captain, but people we're still remembering all of the sort of poor performances under his leadership from the team, and also where his batting is concerned. So I can understand why he's under so much pressure. But talking about Brathwaite and him possibly not playing, let me just go straight into my playing 11 and batting order. I have done this before, not rocket science. It's basically the same thing that I wanted in the second test. Well, not well. I wanted to go with Craig Brathwaite in the second test, right? But I'm changing it. So Craig Brathwaite is out. So we're going John Campbell and Mikel Louis. Can say there are two fresh openers in terms of not having played a lot of red ball cricket at the international level. John Campbell in a while, Mikel Louis, just coming back after his first couple tests. So we're gonna go with them. Gonna bring in Kevlin Anderson at 3. 4, we're gonna go Brandon King. 5, we go Raston Chase. 6, we go Shea Hope. 7, we go Tevin Imlach. Yes. Once again, this is not me saying that Tevin Imlach is a number 7, 8, 9, or 10 batsman. We know that he has the ability to bat up the order, but based on how the team is situated right now, I'm going to go with those guys still in those spots. And I have to bring him in. I have to bring him in to extend the batting. This is where our test team is at. We need a specialist batsman batting at number 7, right? So Tevin Imlach will come in. I mean, he's a wicket keeper batter, but if he's coming in, he's really to make sure that he strengthens the batting. So he'll come at 7. Justin Greaves will come at 8. We need some runs from Justin Greaves. We definitely need some runs from him, right? He's doing well with the ball, taking crucial wickets at crucial times throughout the game. So he's at number 8. Number 9, Alzarri Joseph. 10, we go Shamar Joseph. And number 11, Jayden Seales. So that's my playing 11 and batting order. It's just we just want the boys to go out there and see what they can do. Once again, it's the number 9 ranked team playing the number 1 team. So we don't expect to really go and dominate like that. But at least give a good account of yourself, right? Big up on yourself.